the bust of Martin Luther King resting just below it, whose dream Trump promised to make come true. And the bust of Winston Churchill's back, baby. Trump shipped off the RFK bust, though. Sorry, Bobby. A freshly painted portrait of Andrew Jackson was put up. And, of course, the famous Diet Coke button's back. With the press of a button, you get 24/7 Diet Coke service. This button, not to be confused with the nuclear button. God help us. And Trump hasn't fired this many people since The Apprentice. He says he's in the process of identifying and removing over 1,000 presidential appointees from the previous administration who are not aligned with our vision to make America great again. You're fired. Names you may recognize: Mark Milley, and his portrait's gone from the Pentagon. It's like he's been canceled. The head of the Coast Guard, who didn't stop a single migrant from breaching our beaches, goodbye. And Chef Jose Andres, who probably not a good idea to take a photo with the man who tried to assassinate your new boss. Over a dozen justice officials have packed their bags today. And Trump also revoked security clearances for the 51 intel officers who signed the Hunter Biden laptop letter. And that's not the only thing he's getting rid of. 78 of Biden's executive actions gone with a stroke of a Sharpie. And in 24 hours, 200 executive actions. He also gave 4 speeches, attended a half a dozen balls and dinners, and held 2 media Q&As. The new White House press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, didn't even have a chance to walk out to the podium because the president missed being out there so much. Late this afternoon, the president delivered a historic announcement.
Together, these world-leading technology giants are announcing the formation of Stargate. So put that name down in your books, because I think you're going to hear a lot about it in the future. A new American company that will invest $500 billion at least in AI infrastructure in the United States, and very, very quickly, moving very rapidly, creating over 100,000 American jobs almost immediately. Beginning immediately, Stargate will be building the physical and virtual infrastructure to power the next generation of advancements in AI, and this will include the construction of colossal data centers, very, very massive structures. I was in the real estate business. These buildings, these are big, beautiful buildings. Are going to employ a lot of people.
Larry Ellison from Oracle, Masayoshi from SoftBank, and Sam Altman from OpenAI were in the Roosevelt Room pledging a $500 billion investment in American AI. But the oligarchs that Biden warned us about are promising to cure cancer, something Biden promised but never did.
You can do early cancer detection with a blood test. And using AI to look at the blood test, you can find the cancers that are actually seriously threatening the person.
Trump's election created a ripe environment to make major scientific breakthroughs because his tax, energy, and regulatory policies are perfect.
I'm thrilled we get to do this in the United States of America. I think this will be the most important project of this era. And as Masa said, for AGI to get built here, to create hundreds of thousands of jobs, to create a new industry centered here, we wouldn't be able to do this without you, Mr. President.
The big difference here is that Biden taxed you to give money away to his hand-picked businesses. But these are private businesses investing their own money here in America. We're not picking winners and losers with your money. Today's a good day to bet on America.
I came to celebrate your winning and promised that we will invest $100 billion. And you told me, oh, Masa, go for 200. Yeah. Now I came back with 500. Because this is the, as you said yesterday, this is the beginning of golden age of America.
Trump's first full day back in office, and he seals a $500 billion AI investment. And the snipers in the media didn't ask a single question about it. They started off right where they left off in 2020, trying to create a scandal.
You launched your crypto coin the other day. Do you intend to continue selling products that benefit yourself personally while you're president?
Well, I don't know if it benefited. I don't know where it is. I don't know much about it other than I launched it. I heard it was very successful. I haven't checked it. Where is it today?
You made a lot of money, sir.
How much?
several billion dollars, it seems like, in the last several days.
Several billion, that's peanuts for these guys.
47 has a different demeanor. He's calm, and he's not getting baited into hostile exchanges. And he's garnering a new era of respect.
He said, if you committed violence on January 6th, obviously you should not be pardoned. Why is your vice president wrong?
Well, only for one reason. They've served years in jail. They should not have served, excuse me, their lives have been ruined. And in many cases, listen to me for a second, stop interrupting. We won this election in a landslide because the American public is tired of people like you that are just one-sided, horrible people.
Trump doesn't have time for gotcha questions about Jan 6th. We're in a tech war with China, a proxy war with Russia, and LA was just burnt to a crisp.
So we're demanding that they turn the valve back toward Los Angeles right now. It's not even believable that they haven't done it. Just so you know, they have a valve, and it turns like, think of a sink, but multiply it times many thousands of times the size of it. It's massive. And you turn it back toward Los Angeles. Why aren't they doing it? They either have a death wish, they're stupid, or there's something else going on that we don't understand. But we want the water that they're throwing away to be used for California.
Trump's visiting North Carolina and California at the end of the week. So hopefully we'll solve some problems there and get our citizens back on their feet. Even the New York Times recognizes the true power of the Trump presidency. Quote, a determined Trump vows not to be thwarted at home or abroad. Wiser about the use of power, the newly sworn-in president suggests that this time he will not take no for an answer, whether in enacting an ambitious domestic agenda or in his expansionist worldview. Change is coming at a speed, scope, and scale that America hasn't seen since the early days of the Cold War against the Soviets. And the media is struggling just to find out how they're against it.
Democrats, instead of at this point, if the Democrats brought me in, instead of saying what Donald Trump is doing wrong and all the things wrong, start to look at what he's doing right from a winning point of view. From a winning point of view, once again, he is giving the people what they want. We can wring our hands. He's putting on a show. Democrats talked about the joy of, running with it. They're walking around, their chests are out, they're feeling like winners, and the Democrats feel like whiners and nerds, and that's got to change. That's got to go upside down.
Mike Tyson and Jake Paul just tried to knock each other's heads off. And now look at them, having a ball at the ball. If they can get along, why can't the rest of us? Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.